A couple of aces have the spotlight today. The lefty Madison Bumgarner goes for the Giants, and he's been lights out for the orange and black. Right-hander Ian Kennedy is off to a slow start for the D-backs, but he's always tough on the Giants. These two aces square off in the rubber match of the series, and it's next.
Day baseball here at AT&T Park. We'll have another sellout crowd as we all get ready for the final game of this three-game series, Diamondbacks and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. A win today for one of these teams, and they win the series. Of course, the Giants would like to have a terrific homestand with a win. And today, they hand the ball to, my opinion, maybe some other people's opinion, but the best starter the Giants have going right now is Madison Bumgarner.
Well, I agree with you. He's been the model of consistency since the start of the season, and I love the fact that he goes out there and shuts down the other team early in the game, and I think that's important for this offense because right now they're a team that warms up slowly. Their first time through the lineup, they're not scoring out runs. I think that's a key today for this Giants team against Ian Kennedy, who's been especially tough lifetime against him. Get on him early. See if they can do it.
All right. Gorgeous day for baseball. We'll have some fun. All right, when we come back, it has been a couple of very exciting games for Brandon Belt. He's hot right now. Amy G is going to take a look at that right after this.
is brought to you by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back for a limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today with fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
We've got a lot of Giants fans coming into the yard for some day game action. Your San Francisco Giants taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the final game of a 3-game set here at AT&T Park. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez. And how about Brandon Belt? As Mike Krukow would say, he's off the interstate. Coming into last night's game, he batted 197, and now he's at 222. 2 big nights for him. Monday night, of course, a walk-off hit, and last night, his first career pinch hit home run. We're going to take a look back at both. It is our AT&T U-verse Rewind this afternoon.
Belt into left field. That's a base hit. Here comes Torres. This game is over.
That's the big leagues.
He hits one high. He hits it deep. Out of here. Game time. Unbelievable.
The Giants so far 4-1 on this homestand. If they win the rubber match this afternoon, a 5-1 homestand, and that is pretty good. All right, Kruk and Kipe, we'll be back with lineups and first pitch. It's Ian Kennedy going up against Madison Bumgarner. Buster Posey getting a day off. After these messages, though, we're going to check in with our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, so stay with us.
lots of sunshine for the final game of this series. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 62 degrees here at the yard. We have winds at 10 miles per hour. Humidity at 60%. And it is mostly sunny. So Madison Bumgarner will head on out of the dugout. The only interesting note today is it will not be Buster Posey catching Madison Bumgarner. It'll be Guillermo Quiros. Here's the lineup for Kirk Gibson. It'll be Pollock, Prado, and then Goldschmidt. You see the numbers for Goldschmidt. He's lighting it up, but he just lights it up against the Giants all the time. Cody Ross will be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Montero, Marte. Gregorius will hit 7th, Pennington 8th, and Ian Kennedy will pitch and bat 9th.
On the hill today for the Giants with the 23-year-old left-hander making his 5th start of the year. And it is Madison Bumgarner, 3-0 with a 2.05 ERA. How about that for a start? 24 base runners at 26 in the 3rd. He has been that good. Low 3/4 release. You're going to see a fastball with natural cut. He'll also two-seam it, throw a slider, a curveball, and now he's throwing a changeup. So he was added a new pitch this year. Lifetime against these Diamondbacks, 3-3 with a 3.78 ERA. Now let's take a look at the defense behind Bumgarner today. Starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Blanco, Pagan, and Pence. That's your outfield. Crawford and Sandoval playing on the left side of the infield. Marco Scutero, Brandon Belt back in the lineup. So those two will be on the right side. Guillermo Quiros getting his first start. He'll be in the squat, putting down the signs for this gentleman. And that's who they'll be facing, Ian Kennedy. So a couple of aces going at each other today.
Well, Bumgarner throwing like one. Kennedy certainly has in the past. It's Earth Week. 90% of energy used during laundry is just for heating water. To drastically reduce your laundry's footprint and save on bills, turn that dial to cold. Green is universal. And green is what we see a lot of from our view. The beautiful grass here at AT&T Park is A.J. Pollock steps in. And Bumgarner kicks and throws the first pitch of this game, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time. First pitch at 12:45. And the 0-1 delivery to Pollock is bounced into the hole. A tough play for Crawford right out of the gate. He makes the play, and Belt picks it. How about you open up the game yesterday with an error, and then you get that play?
Well, I don't know many shortstops can make this play. And remember, Pollock can run. And Brandon Crawford just not going to have a whole lot of time to get rid of this ball. And watch him get to his plant foot and get this throw off. Great exchange. 2 steps into a strike. That was a bit low, but hey, nice pick. That's our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
If you think the baseball gods can be kind, think again.
They will test you.
Strike called to Martin Prado. Prado hitting .239 with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. With Goldschmidt to follow. And Bumgarner throws high. Tell me a little bit about how you like Quiros behind the plate.
I love him. He's quiet, good framer. You can tell he's spent a lot of time in that squat professionally because he is not impressed. Just very relaxed, and that's what pitchers like.
So Bum and Quiros now trying to get on the same page.
Quiros also an excellent blocker and thrower. I mean, he's a treat to watch behind the plate. He really is.
It's another one of those fine catchers from Venezuela.
There's a bunch of Buster Posey with an off day today.
I'll bet he finds his way to the field at some point.
At some point. Eric Cooper, the plate umpire today, I think he has the lowest strike zone in the major leagues, and the corners are pretty tight. I think by and large he's a hitter's umpire.
Get up the middle, and Bumgarner spears it. And throws on the belt, 2 outs. Goldschmidt hit a long home run off of Matt Cain last night. It looked like this.
Yeah, they set up away. The ball comes back in across the plate on the inside corner above the thigh, and he just killed it. Coming into the series, he was the hottest Diamondback, and he has kept up that pace. So he's a guy you have to be careful with right now.
He does have a lifetime home run against Bumgarner. He's 2 for 6 against the Giants starter in his career. And a base hit to left field. As Bumgarner does, he's not afraid to challenge people. And if you're Bumgarner and the Giants, you're just happy that it stayed in the yard.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You get a guy with power, and he's that hot. You just hope in his at bat he keeps it in the confines of the ballpark.
So here's Cody Ross. So it's 1-0 to Cody Ross. 1 for 3 lifetime against Madison Bumgarner. So not a lot of history between these two. More history being teammates. Skies this one out into center field. And Pagan will come in, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Kennedy coming out, Giants coming up. Now it's time for the Giants. And it'll be Pagan, Scudero, and Sandoval. Sandoval, like Goldschmidt, lighten it up with people on base. Pence will be the cleanup hitter, then Belt, Blanco, Crawford. Quiroz will hit 8th. Bumgarner 9th. No Posey.
On the hill today for the Diamondbacks will be Ian Kennedy, 6 foot, 190-pound right-hander, 28 years old in his 4th year at the big league level. This is what he has done in 4 starts. Off to a slow start. 34 base runners in 24 2/3. Former 20-game winner. He was 21-4 back in 2011 with a 2.88 ERA. That tells you all you need to know about what this guy can do. It's a 4-pitch pitcher. Totally understands the fastball. He'll 4-seam it, 2-seam it. He can go anywhere from 88 to 94 miles per hour with the fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and he will throw anything in any count to any person. Strike throw. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Kennedy. Starting in the Diamondbacks outfield from left to right, it'll be Marte, Pollock, and Ross. Gregorius and Prado will be on the left side. Prado's in a different position every day. Pennington, Goldschmidt on the right side, and Miguel Montero will be in the squad putting down the signs.
So here's Pagan hitting .293 with 11 RBIs. He's 5 for 19 with a double against Ian Kennedy. Lifetime. With Scudero to follow. In at third is Prado. And that fastball is high. It's 2-0. The Giants along the rail as they watch Ian Kennedy. And there's a belt tie strike to make it 2-1. Two young guys that have World Series rings right there. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Pagan, and he fouls it back, 2-2. This was the game-winning hit against the Padres for Pagan.
Let the party begin. This team knows how to celebrate. I'll hand that off to him.
Out of play again. Good weather to come out in a t-shirt or a short sleeve shirt. Prado is off the line at third. And this may be playable for Prado. One out.
How about Prado? One game in the series played left field, one game played second base, today at third base. I mean, how tough mentally do you have to be to do that?
Yeah, you better have a good large bag for all the different gloves you have, because it's not just one glove, you got to have a backup. So there's 6 right there. Although it's probably likely that Prado uses the same glove for second and third.
That's not a new one there.
That's a beauty. Here's Scudero hitting .227. Four for 10, a couple of doubles and a triple off of Kennedy. And a strike to Scudero. Cooper, Mike talked about Cooper. It's Hernandez, Eddings, and Tom Payne from first to third. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. This is the final game of the homestand. Didn't we just get home?
Well, that's the bad part about this ballpark, is the time here flies.
Yeah. Out of play, it's 2-2. Giants will be in San Diego on Friday night. They'll be in Phoenix on Monday night. And then back here, what, a week from Friday? 2-2 pitch to Scudero. Into center field for Pollock. Pollock now comes jogging in.
All right, time now for our Geico quote. This comes from Bruce Bochy talking about the Panda getting thrown out in the bottom of the 10th. He says, well, what do you want me to say? It was a 2-out hit and you're trying to score. Ross charged the ball well and threw a bullet home. That's part of the game. If he doesn't make the perfect throw, the Giants walk off winners. But he had come in prior to the pitch, and look at the one-hop strike to Montero, and the Panda had nowhere to go.
There were some people that asked Bochy about pinch running. I'm trying to think of the fastest man in the world. He doesn't score.
Yeah, Usain Bolt does not score on that one.
Swing and a foul, nothing in 2.
But you couldn't pinch run Sandoval because he was the backup catcher. Bruce Bochy had already pinch hit Hector Sanchez and Guillermo Quiroz, so he had Buster Posey. If something happens to Buster Posey, he has to have Sandoval stay in that game because he's the other catcher.
Sandoval hits a high drive to right. Ross is back in front of the wall and he puts it away. Save that one for Arizona. 0-0.
Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Well, Dodgers are in town beginning a 3-game series starting on Friday, May 3rd. And the Friday night game is sold out, but Saturday and Sunday tickets are available. And to check out the seats that you might want, go to sfgiants.com. These games will sell out, so get your tickets now. Here's Miguel Montero, the Diamondbacks catcher, and he takes a called strike. Montero, Marte, Gregorius to face Bumgarner here in inning number 2. One base runner in the game, and that was Goldschmidt, who had a 2-out single. Inside corner, 0-2.
Nice 2-pitch sequence, outside inside. And for an aggressive hitter who likes the fastball like Montero, he has not gotten off a swing yet.
And that pitch is high, probably intended to be right in that spot.
There you see the distribution of pitches. Fastball about 45% of the time, and prefers the slider. Changeup that's big progress. That's 13% of the time. The fact that he's throwing that more than the curveball is very significant. Last year, if he threw 2 in a game, that was a lot. So he is definitely growing with that pitch.
The 2-2 in the dirt. So Montero, good at bat. He goes 0-2 to 3-2.
Nice block by Guillermo Quiroz. Watch the chin tuck and the hands drop to the side, and that chest protector becomes a glove. Slightly bent over from the head because you've tucked the chin in. That's how you protect yourself. And that is textbook blocking, folks.
Hit out to left field for Gregor Blanco. And Blanco will squeeze it 1 out. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
You mentioned it is Earth Week, and no one's more committed to being green than your San Francisco Giants. In fact, they just received their 5th green glove from Major League Baseball. It recognizes their recycling and sustainability efforts. Guys, check this out. 95% of the waste here at AT&T Park is recycled or composted. Congratulations to the Giants. Nicely done.
Yeah, we walk out of the ballpark and we see, as we go to our cars, the people sorting out all the recycled material as we head home. They're working hard.
They work all night. And that recycling center has been here since the day this place first opened up.
Marte, and the 1-0 pitch, and he swings and misses to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The youngster Gregorius on deck. That's a foul ball, as Sandoval will take a wing at it anyway, and it's 1-2. Diamondbacks are 6-5 on the road. They're 4-4 against the West. Giants with the loss last night, only their 2nd loss against the team in the National League West. Overall, they're 9-2. How do you win the West? You play great baseball within your division.
You beat the West. Kirk Gibson, the skipper.
Up the middle. Bumgarner slows it down. Scudero tried to barehand it, and he came up empty.
One thing about Bumgarner, I mean, he's really in a great position to field his position after he throws the ball. It really reminds you of Kirk Reeder in that regard. Square up and just managed to get a little glove on it.
Yeah, he'll probably tell you that maybe he shouldn't have had that one, but yeah, he might tell you he should have had it.
Well, if he could get glove on it, I mean, you always feel like he should have it. And Bumgarner, who is, as we mentioned, a very good fielder, he normally makes that play.
Here's Gregorius, the shortstop. First pitch right down the pipe, and it's 0-1. No score. We're in the top of the second inning. We're at the corner of 3rd and King here in San Francisco. Swing and a miss, 0-2. This is one of those days. You understand now why our taxes are so high. It's because of days like today.
Well, it's because you get to breathe the air here. That's the deal. That's not a bad deal.
And a shot fair down the left field line. Marte can run a little bit, and Blanco gets it out cleanly, putting runners at 2nd and 3rd. That's a slash right there.
Well, that's an impressive at bat for Gregorius, the lefty against the lefty. And as you point out, Marte, the runner at first base, can run. So as this ball got past Sandoval, and he really had nothing he could do about that. A fine play by Gregor Blanco to get over and get that ball in quickly to keep Marte at 3rd. If there was any bobble whatsoever or problems getting it out of the corner from Blanco, that's an easy score.
Pennington hitting .203. He's got 3 RBIs. And he bounces this one foul.
This is a strikeout situation for Bumgarner. Giants trying to stay out of the big inning early in this game. They're setting their middle infielders back. So any ground ball up the middle is Chris Bochy's going to concede a run to stay out of an inning where they might score a bunch.
And a half swing by Pennington, and now Bumgarner is in a spot where he can definitely go for the strikeout. Oh, and 2. Now the infield comes in. And it's high, 1 and 2.
Tried to elevate above the hands. Good pitch here is a back foot slider. Do a change up with a little tail that works its way away from Pennington on the outside corner. Bounce a curveball. Lots of options here to try and get the strikeout.
Got him.
And he goes with a cut fastball that at 89 miles an hour, that thing is unfair. And Bumgarner gets exactly. Watch the elbows break on Pennington's swing. This thing just eats him up. Get a chance to see how much this thing bores in on him. That is big time nastiness right there. And he's not happy about that. A little self-abuse with a smack at the top of the helmet.
Well, here's Kennedy.
And he's not a bad hitting pitcher either. Giants have had a problem getting the pitchers out this year.
Outside a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 8 on the season for Kennedy. He has had 5 at bats against Bumgarner. He's 1 for 5. On the ground, Scooter up from the cut of the grass. And that ends the inning. Wow. Pence to lead things off. McDonald's true stories in this date in Giants history. 2010 NLCS Game 1. It was the Giants playing in Philadelphia. Cody Ross off of Roy Halladay. That was good. But then he did it again. And he shocked the world. And it was about that point where everybody started to realize, hey, the Giants could win this thing. And they did in 6 games.
Well, he was the NLCS MVP. They did not give out, and they don't give out an MVP for the NLDS. And had they have done that, he'd have won that award too.
Well, we gave one out on the wrap.
Yeah.
And he won it.
That's right. That's more prestigious anyway.
Here's Pence hitting .277. And he takes high. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, couple of hits and 7 at-bats lifetime against Kennedy. Had 3 hits last night. At the knees to even the count. Belt to follow. And then Blanco. I would say that this is Bruce Bochy's scrappy lineup today.
Yeah, he broke out the scrappies today. And you need a bunch of grinders against a guy like Kennedy because he's not going to make many mistakes out there in the middle of the plate. Mixed speed, mixed location, mixed movement.
This is when Cody Ross received his MVP. Pence bounces it foul.
Got that award from Bill Giles, who used to own the Phillies. In fact, it was Bill Giles that told me that I'm going to San Francisco in a trade back in 1982.
We throw a party when we found out.
Yeah, worked out good.
I remember Jim Davenport. So we got Krukow.
Krukow, where's Copper? Copper, where's Krukow? Copper, go bun him over.
So, Davey, I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Krukow. Okay, yeah, now I'm in. And Pence takes the walk.
Nice at that.
Scrappy. So here's Belt. Home run last night. Lit up this crowd. Lit up this booth.
He took a split finger fastball that had some hang time middle in. Right around the thigh and said, good night, sayonara.
Pops this one up. Playable for Prado. 1 pitch. 1 out. And here's Gregor Blanco. Blanco hitting .269. Hasn't started. A couple of lefties out on the hill. So this is his first start in this series. Blanco looked like he was going to take all the way as he takes one down low. Rockies and Braves are playing the final game of their series in Denver. They're in the 4th inning. That's a 2-2 ball game. We're keeping an eye on that one. And doesn't look quite as cold as it was yesterday.
Well, they started yesterday. Keep in mind, they played a doubleheader. First game they started, the first pitch 23 degrees.
Broke a record.
That's a little harsh.
It's thin air though.
Yeah.
It's dry air. Drive to right. Foul. Over the water. Uh-oh, this guy's going backwards. Backwards never wins. Uh-oh, that's a violation.
It's a hand violation. cannot push the other guy's order. Oh, wait.
Okay, they're on the same team. That's no fun.
Thought we had a story here.
1 ball and 1 strike.
That was exciting.
Line shot. Pollock will track it down. Blanco hit it right on the nose.
Well, speaking of Denver, there's another Bay Area team taking on another Denver team. That's right, Warriors Nuggets NBA playoffs game 3. That's Friday, 7:30. Pregame live at 7 p.m. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You can follow the team you followed all year long. That's the Warriors. Right here on Comcast Sportsnet, and we wish them all the best. Fantastic game last night as they even the series.
Here's Crawford. So we all like to play weatherman once in a while, right?
Sure.
So do you think if it was 23 degrees in Denver and 23 degrees in Chicago, which would be colder?
Chicago would be a lot colder.
Crawford, good swing and a foul back. Had a little wind. Forget about a little wind. Had a lot of wind.
The lake effect and humidity, and it just gets bitter.
I don't know if you could play in that, really.
No, you could. It would never start with me.
Pence with the leadoff walk. He's at first with 2 outs. I'll tell you what, he's taking some healthy hacks, and it's 0-2. Yeah, we got wind.
Well, the Oracle broke out the 72-footers today as they prepare for America's Cup later on in August. If you want to see something absolutely magnificent, these things when they race, they're just beautiful.
It looks a little bigger than I thought.
Well, that's the 72-footer. We've been seeing 45s all summer.
Sharply up the middle, and the flip by Gregorius to Pennington will end the inning. 3rd inning coming up. Bumgarner coming out, 0-0.
Bay Area is brought to you by Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking, a checking account that pays you.
Well, fans, Tuesday, May 7th is Off the Cove at AT&T Park. Your special event package includes a ticket to the game against the Phillies, access to the pregame food truck festival, and a 2012 World Series t-shirt. For tickets, call 415-972-2298 or go to sfgiants.com/special events.
All right. Off the Cove. Here's A.J. Pollock. Pollock bounced out to Crawford, who made a nice play to lead off the ball game. Here he takes a strike. Prado and then Goldschmidt. Sandoval is in at third. Pretty good pitch called the ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, definitely caught the attention of Madison Bumgarner. Took a little mini lap because he thought he had that strike.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Right back in the same curveball. I think you can throw that thing again, bouncing home plate, he'll fish at it.
Now Sandoval relaxes and he's deeper at third. And he got him.
Changeup and a pearl. Bumgarner had to shake a long time to finally get to the pitch he wanted.
Well, you know, that's good, Nut. Quiros.
See the circle grip right out there in the fingertips. And Pollock got locked up.
Bumgarner, he sees what Bumgarner likes to do. Yeah, the more innings he catches Bumgarner, the quicker these two will get on the same page.
Hey, the Gamer Babes from Napa Valley are here. They're about 275 strong now.
There's a strike and it's 0-1.
For a guy like Quiros, who's been around and he's caught a lot, he'll plug into Madison Bumgarner. Within 3 innings, he's locked. That's why old catchers, you know, the one position that hangs around the longest, and this is excluding pitchers, it's catchers. You have to have it.
It wasn't unusual to see a 35-year-old former major league catcher end up in AA or AAA catching the young kids.
Yeah.
We used to see it all the time. We had one in AA, Joe Askew. Joe Askew was an all-star as a major leaguer. He's catching young kids in AA. He's not catching every day, but he's catching them enough where the younger catchers can see how to go about doing it.
And they help the pitchers, and they'll help the young prospect catcher coming up.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
So when you talk about Buster Posey, I mean, what he's accomplished in his young career is pretty remarkable, but he is going to get a whole lot better as he continues to catch at this level. The catcher that he is now, the catcher he's going to be in 8 years, night and day. Good pitch. That's what we talk about the corners with Eric Cooper's strike zone there. Sometimes you think there are no corners.
And a shot right at Crawford. So Bumgarner, who doesn't like to walk people, allowed Prado to hit a pretty good pitch. And here's Goldschmidt, and this is how you want to face Goldschmidt.
That point you make is a big one. You have a hot hitter, especially one with power. You want to face him with nobody on base.
And a strike. Yeah. You get a good burger, you got to take a picture of it. I'm serious. It's like a bottle of wine. You just take a picture of it. And then when you got the munchies, chop to Sandoval. You just go to your pictures and you take a look at it.
I ain't going to get it from me.
And the appetite does not go away.
I'll eat my phone.
Bottom of the third, and it's pretty amazing how small the baseball world really is. Eric Chavez, now with the Diamondbacks, actually played with Barry Zito and Marco Scutaro for 3 seasons with the Oakland A's. I talked to all of them today. They're still all really good friends. In fact, Eric went to breakfast with Barry yesterday. Eric also said Marco Scutaro was one of his favorite teammates, and that was the response from Marco when I asked him about Eric. Marco said that Eric was just a really quiet leader. He didn't say a lot, but when he said something, everyone listened. All 3 of them have been through their own struggles in the game, and they've all supported each other through the whole thing, and it's nice to see them all doing really well. Dwayne?
Thanks, Amy. A little blooped on the right field line, and this is well, he called it a foul ball, but everybody's running.
Everybody in the section of stands down there by where this thing hit, they were all saying it was fair.
You know what, Mike? Let's look at it first.
Oh, that's close. That is close. Wow. I mean, that's as close to the line as you can get. All you have to do is just brush up against the right side of the line. He's Bochy going to go out there and make his opinion felt. And first base umpire Angel Hernandez, who's the crew chief, is going to say, I was out there, I saw it.
I thought I saw Sean Dunson clapping like it was a fair ball.
Hit right on the cut of the grass. There's really not much you can argue when a guy says, hey, I was down the line and I absolutely 100% saw it. But it definitely cost Quiroz a double. It got right in this area there. I don't think it did hit. It's not chalk, it's painted on. So you're not going to see anything fly normally.
And that's foul. Bethel Doyle is going to get there eventually.
Go ahead, Beth.
Yeah.
We need you here.
Nope, stay on your feet.
That's right. You're good. Job well done.
Beth, a former nurse, retired. tight. No, it hit him. Well, it was in tight.
That was a little too tight.
In tight and hit him.
Catchers in, they won't even acknowledge that pain. That's nothing. Fastball just right up and in, catches him right on the right forearm below the elbow. Or in this case, above the elbow.
So here's Bumgarner. He can bunt, he can hit. We'll see what Bruce Bochy wants him to do. And he lays down a good bunt, and Kennedy thought about it. And I think he probably regrets not throwing it to second because he had a shot.
That's a break. Quiroz is a catcher. He didn't run very well. Kennedy gets off that mound well. Feet in position to throw to second. He had him.
Here's Pagan. Pagan on a 3-2 pitch popped out to Martin Prado in foul territory. Tied for second on this team in RBIs. He's got 11. He's got the same amount of RBIs as Hunter Pence.
Yeah, it seems like every one of those 11 RBIs have meant something big too. Great view from the bleachers.
Two 2-0. Buster Posey also has 11 RBIs. Pecan in the driver's seat, 2-0. Quiroz at second base, no score. Bottom of the third, the final match in this 3-game series. In tight.
Kennedy is still looking for that release point that allows him the command that we normally have seen him have. Normally his control is impeccable. Today it's been a little sloppy.
We've seen Pagan have the green light during this young season, and here he may have had the green light, but he chose to take it as 3-1.
The one has found a friend, the baseball.
Different than my partner during the games.
Hey. Thank you. Gotta have it in my hand.
Didn't say it was a bad thing. Pagan pops it up. This could be a tough play for somebody, and it's going to be Marte who hangs on, and then Quiroz just gets back. It's a nice play by Marte.
Well, the collision was inevitable. You could see it starting to set up, and watch this ball start to come back. It takes Gregorius out of the play, and I'm not sure how Marte got it. I mean, we thought that Gregorius had made the play.
He actually made the collision just after the ball was in Marte's glove. Otherwise, he would have knocked his glove out of the way. So here's Scudero.
This is the situation last year, the last 2 months of the season, into the playoffs. It was almost automatic with Scudero. This guy grew up preschool to be here. I want to party with that guy. First pitch changeup, nice pitch.
Really looks like maybe a future student at UC Santa Barbara.
You would know, you have sent children there.
Yeah, we brought him home too. 0-1 to Scudero. 0-2 to Scudero.
I guessed there, I guessed wrong.
Sandoval is on deck. Not close. 1-2.
Just about the normal winds you see here in April. I think the month of April, the winds here are different than any other time during the regular season.
Scudero skies this one into right center field. It'll be Pollock, and that'll end the inning. So Kennedy pitches out of a runner in scoring position for the Giants. It remains 0-0.
You can tweet your answer to CSN Giants. The question today: name the 4 managers to win the World Series in their rookie season. All right, let's think about that. You know that?
You're good.
Yes, you are. And you can tweet your answer to CSN Giants.
0-0. As we head to inning number 4, as Cody Ross will lead things off. Ross, Montero, Marte. Bumgarner has allowed 3 hits. Ross hit a fly ball to Angel Pagan to end the first inning. Two and 0.
Hey, we want to say happy birthday, 50th birthday to Tony Sangambini.
Sandoval, a long throw, and Belt will dig it out at a nice play. And that was for you, Doc Tony.
Dr. Sangambini is one of the Giants' physicians. And we're going to make this our 4th right choice just for Doc Sag right here. Little 2-hopper, got to come in, catch the 3rd hop, and off the right foot, go right across, another dig out of the dirt for Belt, who's making some very good defensive plays, picking up his infielders today. Another look at our 4th right choice and another wish of a happy birthday to Doc Sag.
See, I think that's wrong. I think he turned 50 about 10 years ago.
Did I say 50? I meant 60th
That's what I'm
birthday.
talking about. Here's Montero. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now watch him come off the right foot and unload. Avoid the base.
Avoid the bag.
What's going on there?
Giants do have some great 13 doctors, and Dr. Tone's one of them.
And Dave Greshner, our Giants head trainer, allows us to know these great physicians. And they really are special.
Hit out into center field for Pagan. 2 outs.
Yep, there's no place like home.
There's Dave Greshner, one of the best, if not the best. We're biased, of course.
Yeah, he's good.
Here's Marte, an infield hit for Marte in the second. Marte hit a ball off of Bumgarner's glove. It rolled out to Scudero, who tried to barehand it. He could not, thus the infield hit. Pops this one up. He rose over, out of play, and hit a fan right in the hands. And he's totally dejected. And he even gets a hug.
I think he held it long enough. He's got his lucky orange shirt on. He's got his game face. He was going to make a play. There's only one thing missing on that outfit: a glove.
He should have had the little kid sitting next to him catch it, because he brought his glove. 1 and 2.
Just take a look at the effort. I got it. I got it. It hit him in a bad spot.
You know, it almost hit him in the nose. Look at
put
all
a
right,
beer.
honey. Here, you have my beer. You need it.
Keep it cold.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Low. 2 and 2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Another play for Sandoval. He got a big hop, and he throws a high strike to Belt. It'll be the beat coming up for the Giants. Sandoval, Pence, Belt. 0-0.
The 4 managers to win the World Series in their rookie season. Our survey said Bucky Harris, Eddie Dyer, Ralph Houck, and our old pal Bob Brennan.
Wow. I always knew that BB had that old-time look. Not even here where we can make fun of him. Sandoval will lead things off. Giants have had a couple of base runners, but they haven't had a hit. And the fastball is high, 1-0. High again. Diamondbacks like to pitch him there.
Well, I think they have defined him as a low ball hitter.
Is that a gamer, babe?
Oh, yeah, you can tell. Born to be a babe.
2-0 pitch to Sandoval. On the ground, Goldschmidt. Good hands down there for Goldschmidt. 1 out.
That was not an easy pick.
So here's Pence.
Now let's take a look at this pick. He kind of got down early. And then it had a little personality. He just did keep it at the very tip of his web. Something fooled him. But he wrestled it down. Nice play.
Here's Pence. Pence takes in tight. 1 ball and no strikes. And that time Kennedy gets the call.
That's the low strike we're talking about with Eric Cooper. I think you see more of those of him than any other umpire. He can go lower than that.
Jammed. And Pennington throws him out.
You had him timed the other day from the right side. He was 4 flat to first base, which is remarkable speed, especially for a guy his size. And we told him about it. And he looks at us, and in all sincerity, he said, "Is that good?" Yeah, that's good. We don't see many of the fast guys from the left side going 4 flat.
Here's Belt. Belt with a foul off the backstop as it comes back and kicks it with one of those big flippers.
Amazing combination. You don't see it very often. Speed and power. And he's got it.
Two and one. Belt fouls it back. It's now 2 and 2. All right, 3 generations. And anyone be eliminated.
All right, we'll eliminate you. I can't eliminate him all the way.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And now Belt steps out. And the 2-2 pitch. And Belt got a piece. He'll see another one. Belt foul down the right field line. He's gotten jammed just a little bit.
Yeah, he dug that little cut fastball out.
3-2. .55 pitches for Kennedy. And Belt fouls another one back. See, he is getting off better swings, that's for sure.
Yeah, he really seems to have more confidence just getting in the box than we saw 3 or 4 days ago, too. Now, let's take a look at the catch from this fan in the upper tank.
Yeah.
Talent. Yeah. It's everywhere.
And Bell will take the walk.
Giants have had 3 base runners against Ian Kennedy. 2 by walk, 1 by hit batsman. They're still looking for their first hit.
Blanco hit the ball right on the nose, but Pollock was playing him perfectly, shading him towards left center field. Inside corner, and it's 0-1.
The guy who's had the best at bats against Kennedy is in the box right now.
Yes, he is.
I mean, his swings in his last at bat, he hit one in the cove, foul, hit a scorcher out to center. So he's seen him well.
His history, including the line drive out in the second, now 2 for 7 with a triple. Swing, I'm going to miss. Another than 2.
Good changeup. That is definitely a pitch that has come to life. Didn't really have that at the start of the game, but it's there now. Loves AT&T Park. 3-1 lifetime with a 2.6 ERA, and that's in 7 starts. He has been the model of consistency. Now you go back to his best year, and that was in 2011 when he was 21-4 with a 2.88 ERA, and that's in Arizona, and they do not have a pitcher's ballpark.
They do not.
He was remarkable that whole season.
And Blanco out on strikes to end the inning. The first strikeout for Kennedy. 5th inning coming up. 0-0.
Still no score, and fans may recognize the first-year first base coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is that dreaded Dodgers, Steve Sax. He was the NL Rookie of the Year in 1981, played with the Dodgers through 88. I had a chance to catch up with him about becoming a first base coach. Once a baseball player, you just kind of always need to be near the game, he said. Baseball is his true love. Gentlemen, he is from Sacramento, and he admitted he is a Giants fan. He grew up a Giants fan watching the team. He said that this opportunity came about from his former teammate Kirk Gibson from that 88 championship team, and he couldn't pass it up. Dwayne?
Steve Sax. Yeah, we had some battles against Steve Sax.
Oh,
he was a good player.
He was a good player. Good little hitter.
Yeah, he was. Talk about, we used the word gritty. Yeah, he was gritty.
Oh, he had fire in his belly, no doubt. A big part of those Dodger teams in the 80s had everything to do with their attitude. He played it hard.
Skied out to right center field. Pence doesn't see it. And who caught it? And Pagan makes the catch.
And I don't know how.
And that is, it ends up being one of the great catches of the year. And the thing that Pagan didn't notice was that Pence was trying to tell him that I don't see it.
Now, you could see the shadows behind him, and he never saw it. So it becomes Angel Pagan, who had drifted over, and in the last instant reaches down and makes a shoe top catch, and they avoid the collision. That's a great play.
Well, you saw what Pagan was doing. Is this is lined out to left field for Blanco. Pennington's out. Pagan was looking in the air while Pence was trying to tell him that I don't see it.
Well, the glasses on, just kind of a hazy sky, and the color of the ball just got lost in the color of the sky. No worse feeling for any outfield or infield, the ball in the air and they don't see it. It's nice you have a teammate can pick you up.
Here's Kennedy. Kennedy takes a strike. Like our old candlestick days. You start talking about Steve Sax and stuff like that happens, for crying out loud.
I'm blaming him. You can see how high this thing was. I mean, it was up there. Just blending in with the color of the sky. And Pence never comfortable. He knew the general vicinity. He saw it go off the bat. But once it got in the air, he lost it.
Well, he did what you're supposed to do. And the only thing he didn't do was send up a flare. Because Pagan didn't recognize it immediately. It was 0-2 to Kennedy, who bounced out to Scudero. Got him, and that'll end the inning. And that's the third strikeout for Bumgarner. Crawford, Heroes, and Bumgarner are coming up. It's 0-0. Nice play by Pagan.
May 6th is Japanese Heritage Night as the Giants begin a 3-game series with the Phillies. Your special event package will include a ticket to the game in one of the Japanese Heritage sections, access to the pregame Japanese sake tasting festival, and a limited edition cultural scarf. So for tickets, call 415-972-2298 or go to sfgiants.com/special events. This event is going to sell out, so you need to get your tickets early. Always a huge hit, and it's always a great night.
Crawford, Keyrose, Bumgarner facing Kennedy. 2 walks and a strikeout. Giants have not had a hit. No balls and 1 strike.
Well, that changeup has really become a great pitch. The Giants aren't even fouling it off.
Oh, 2.
Backed it up. Changeup. Now, I think that's the sign. When you know you have a good changeup, we're talking swing and miss changeup, and you can throw it twice in a row to a guy, and both times he swings through it, that's a good changeup. That's Jason Schmidt-like.
That it is.
Tried it 3 times in a row. Fastballs, changeups, 80% of what he's been throwing today. Actually, more than that. Almost 90.
Crawford's got the first hit. He will hit the bag hard in a wide turn. And he leads off. He's gifted him with a base hit.
Hey, the Cougars love Crawford. That's a fun group. 4th changeup in a row. And he still gets him on his front foot, but the hands stay back. Goes right back up the middle. That is the type of an at-bat that makes a hitting coach smile.
Here's Keyrose, hit by a pitch in the 3rd.
Did I tell you the Cougars dig Crawford?
Low, 1 ball and no strikes. There you go.
Big fans.
One ball and no strikes.
Keyrose not too happy about that
He's not.
changeup called on the outside corner.
And he's been sitting back there catching Bumgarner and not getting this pitch.
Well, it does frustrate you, especially a catcher who knows the zone. And when you see one go out of the zone that you've been seeing as a catcher and it's called against you, that does frustrate you, especially in a 1-0 count.
So it's 1-1. Guillermo Keyrose, 1-2. This is the 2nd time, actually 3rd time in this game, the Giants have had the leadoff hitter on. Check swing foul. Yeah, we all thought Keyrose had a hit in the 3rd when he did this. We've seen some chalk shots in this homestand, but none by the Giants.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy went out there and talked it over with Angel Hernandez, the first base umpire, who called it to no avail.
Got him.
Changeup.
So here's Bumgarner. Bumgarner a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. We'll see if he's asked to do it again. here in the fifth. Little tapper out in front of home plate, and it's going to kick foul. That was not one of those bluff a bunt, pull the bat back, and take a half swing. That was a Bumgarner full swing.
Well, he got all the way down to first base, and first base umpire Sean Dunston, who's filling in for Roberto Kelly, gave him a nice pat in the back, a little pep talk.
Oh, and 1 to Bumgarner. And now he shows bunt. Bumgarner's bunt. This time Kennedy will go to second. They get one there. And the throw to first is not in time.
Ooh, they almost pulled it off. Kennedy was not going to let it happen again. Back in the third inning, the last time Bumgarner bunted, pretty similar location. Here, there was no hesitation, and that's the key. You can't hesitate. And I'm impressed with what Gregorius did, getting off a throw. I don't know how. And they almost got the back in with Bumgarner.
So here's Pagan. Well, Crawford went in very hard. So here's Pagan. He's 0 for 2. Outside to Pagan. That game in Colorado, Atlanta leading 5-3. That game is in the 7th. St. Louis already today beat Steven Strasburg and the Nationals 4-2. There's a strike to Pagan, and that's the pitch now he's using all the time. One ball and 1 strike. Down low, blocked by Montero, 2-1. Kennedy now with 75 pitches. Going after Pagan, 2-1. And Pagan rolls this one to Goldschmidt, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. 6th inning coming up. At it again. This will be game 3 of the NBA playoffs. It'll be Friday. 7:30 is when they'll tip off. Pregame live will start at 7. And where can you see it? Well, you can see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Like to see celebrities out here. See the gentleman on your left, Steve Bono, the former quarterback with the San Francisco 49ers and some other teams. Here's A.J. Pollock. He bunts it foul. We had a chance to spend some time with Steve during the celebrity shootout the Tuesday before the AT&T, as he was on that 49ers golf squad.
Nice guy.
Nice guy, good golfer. And a good fan. A good baseball fan.
Well, if you can get him off the texting, let's go, Bono.
I asked him, I said, given a choice on a Sunday afternoon in September to go to a Niners game or Giants game, where would you go? He said, oh, that's easy. Giants game.
You could stir it up, partner.
There's a high chopper to Sandoval. Oh, 1 out.
Well, when you're away from the Bay Area and you can't watch the Giants on Comcast Sportsnet, you can take your team with you with MLB.tv. You can watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite connected devices in HD quality. So go to MLB.tv to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
Here's Martin Prado. Prado is 0 for 2 with a line drive to Crawford in the 3rd inning. And a backdoor breaking ball misses. 1 ball and no strikes. There you go.
Mr. San Francisco.
Two 2-0. Goldschmidt to follow. And Bumgarner comes in at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike.
When he's missed out of the strike zone, he's been right next to it. And that is kind of the way he rolls when he's dialed. Dart thrower with all his pitches.
Crawford from short. Goldschmidt coming up. That's a vendor here at the ballpark. Yeah, dugout store. Walked by there today. It was packed.
Well, if you haven't been in the dugout store lately, it'll blow your mind. They've got some things in there, and they've got it covered. We were here the other day, and every year it changes. They do a fantastic job. There's now 9 dugout stores.
Inside to Goldschmidt.
But you always see Giants fans with their colors here. But on this next road trip, when the Giants go to San Diego and Arizona, we are going to see tons of orange and black. That's the newest dugout story you saw there in 2nd and King. Yep.
Just go into any one of those 2 stores and ask for the Giants dugout store manager, Scott Wickersham, and he'll give you about a 7-second hug.
And mean it.
One ball and 2 strikes. Got him. Giants have some of their best hitters coming up. I want to get that. It'll be Scooter on Sandoval and Pence.
Still no score, but we do have a new Hum BB ready for fans at csnberry.com. This time it's Brandon Crawford's turn. He is on pace, according to Bruce Bochy, to play 150 games this season. I talked to him about when he's able to get a rest. And of course, we have a little bit of fun with Brandon Belt. Find out what he has to say, csnberry.com. Hum BB. Dwayne?
All right, Amy. Scudero will lead things off. Then it'll be Sandoval and then Pence. And it's high. Scudero bluffing a bunt, getting his fellow countryman Martin Prado's attention down at third. 1 ball and no strikes. Look out, it's 2-0. Back with a changeup. You have a baseball that is kind of hanging out.
That's not good.
Oh. And now the bat boy for the D-backs will chase it down. 2 balls and 1 strike.
All right, here we go. Now we're good. Catcher go back there on a pop-up. It's looking straight up. You never see that. Pop-up angle.
Not be good. 3-1 to Scudero. The Panda to follow. Scudero taking all the way, and he doesn't mind hitting with 2 strikes. It's 3-2. And the payoff is lined in the left field. That'll be a 2-bagger. So Scudero into second base. There you go.
Second consecutive inning. The Giants have been able to get that leadoff hitter on. They've done it 4 out of the 6 innings against Kennedy. And yet they have not been able to push one across the plate. Fastball right above the hands on a 3-2 challenge. And the Diamondbacks were playing him towards the gap in left center. They gave him the line, so he really hit away from the defense there. And just like that, the Giants get a runner in scoring position.
So here's Sandoval. He's flied out to right. He's bounced out to first. Get him in, get him over. A high fastball, which is not unusual to Sandoval from these D-backs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and 1 strike.
There's that low strike of Eric Cooper. In this inning, it looks like. Take a look at where this pitch was. I mean, that is a pitcher strike. Thank you very much. And you hate to lose count leverage on a pitch called like that in a 1-0 count. And the difference between 2-0 and 1-1 for a lot of guys is monumental, but for Sandoval, not that much. He's going to hack no matter what the count. 3 pitches, 3 fastballs. And they elevated that last pitch by design. That was right to the scout report. And we talked about Kennedy. He's 6 feet tall. And that high fastball, if you're in that batter's box, it almost looks like it's rising when it's coming your way. Again, 4 pitches, 4 fastballs, and then he tried the riser.
That's Pence. He's on deck. Well, I tell you what, it's taken every ounce of strength that Sandoval's got not to to get after it. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, you're right.
And this sometimes is a harder count to lay off a high fastballs than 2-2 is. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tomahawks this one and hits it out of play.
He's staying with the scout report. I mean, he got to the 2-strike count. I mean, he's been trying to buzz him across the letters up. And this time, Sandoval cannot lay off it. Every pitch in this sequence has been a fastball.
A bit more hittable, and Sandoval fouls it out of play.
Yeah, he's been late on him. I think when a guy has a split going, a changeup going, well, actually it's kind of a hybrid. Bob Brenly was talking about the changeup of Kennedy. It's a circle change grip, but he grips it between his middle finger and his ring finger. So Brenly called it a hybrid, not like any grip you've ever seen before. But he hasn't thrown one of those to Sandoval in this sequence.
And he got Sandoval off balance. And Gregorius is going to put it away.
And there was the off-speed pitch.
So here's Pence. Pence is walked and he got jammed and bounced out to second. Pence 0 for 1. He drew a walk in his first at bat. No balls and 1 strike.
And that's the hybrid split. Such an unusual grip. Such a great sell job with arm action. I mean, you are totally convinced that's a fastball coming at you, and look at how far out front Pence was. A few high strikes we've seen called today by Cooper. And Bochy not happy about it. We mentioned Cooper's preference is to the knees. He's a low ball umpire. Seldom does he go above the zone, above the belt. And that was one of those times. And very quickly, Hunter Pence in an 0-2 count. I mean, you could count the number of curveballs that he's thrown today on one hand. It's been pretty much fastball split.
One and 2 to Pence. Scudero at second, 1 out. Got a piece.
Yeah, I mean, just a piece.
So Kennedy trying to pitch through a leadoff double. Got him. Third strikeout.
I mean, you go back to that second strike that was called a high strike, and you kind of have to cover him. And Pence in a 2-strike count cannot keep that top hand on top of this, and he is a victim. That's a big strikeout for Kennedy and the D-backs.
Here's Belt. Montero's going to have a word with Kennedy. Belt has popped out and he's walked.
A lot of Baby Giraffe fans here today. They're pretty psyched up over the last couple of days. Brandon Belt's been coming up with all kinds of big hits. Giants looking for another big hit right now.
No balls and one strike. Belt choking up just a little bit. Oh, and 2.
Bang, bang, 2 fastballs. I mean, to the identical spot in that outside corner and 2 swing throughs. And once again, Kennedy on top of a hitter, 0-2. If his command was a little shaky in the early part of this game, it is not anymore. He is throwing darts.
Belt out of play. That's 98 pitches now for Kennedy. He's had 22 pitches this inning. The 4th inning he had 19, so those are the 2 stressful innings. And Belt out swinging to end the inning. 4 strikeouts through 6, 0-0.
No way!
Here's our Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. No score. Kennedy's been fantastic. So is Bumgarner. You see Goldschmidt. The Giants at least held him in the park. And the Giants in close ones, 11-5. Decided by 3 runs or less. As Cody Ross will lead things off.
This is a good old-fashioned duel. And if there's any advantage at all right now, it's the pitch count. Bumgarner at 73. Kennedy right around the century mark.
Montero and then Alfredo Marte. tight. Almost hit Cody Ross. 2 balls and 1 strike.
The Giants know that his preference is middle away. He likes to get extended. That's where his power is. And they've been trying to bunch him this whole series.
Three and 1. And the walk. First walk issued by Bumgarner, first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Madison Bumgarner today has been stellar. He's hooked horns with Kennedy. He has really dominated the inside part of this plate against right-handers with a good cut fastball. His slider's been fantastic. He's throwing changeups, curveballs. I mean, he's really got it going with his command. Rare that you see him walk a guy when he has a feel of the ball like he does today.
Montero has flied out twice. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Montero is a lot like Pablo Sandoval. He's not a bad control guy. I mean, he's going to throw the head. And he's thinking one thing in this situation. He's thinking hit it over the outfielder's head or over the fence. But he's not the kind of guy you'd put a play on. Hit and run. Wouldn't bunt him, obviously. Hitting 5th in the lineup anyway, but not a lot of finesse in his game with the bat. He's going to hack.
And that's the hack you're talking about. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, he's a pull hitter too. And with the first baseman hold a runner on at first normally is an opportunity, but with the cut fastball and the hard slider and the stuff that moves away hard from Montero, he's seen from Bumgarner, it's not an easy guy to pull.
And he got Montero on a pitch in the dirt. Montero chasing. 5 strikeouts now for Bumgarner. So here's Marte. Marte with an infield hit and a grounder to third. Fastball high, 1-0.
Marte's got a little pop in his bat. Last year at Mobile, hit 294 with 20 bombs. He put up 20 in a minor league uniform. That's instant credibility. That's power you have to respect if you're pitching to it up here.
Matt Williams going through a set of signs for Marte and for the base runner Ross. And a strike. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the old Marine.
Look a little slender these days. Great shape. And he's made no bones about it. He wants to manage.
1-2.
And Joe Hernandez said yes, he did go.
He got an interview this year. Interviews are a good thing.
Did he go? Oh, absolutely. Well, they had a short list at Colorado. They eventually would opt to hire Walt Weiss as their manager, but Matt Williams was right there. He was one of the final three.
Got him.
Good pitch. Just bunched him up. Set that target on the inside corner and watch the cut coming right at the belt. And from a low 3/4 release, you don't see it early as a right-handed hitter. And then when you commit to it, it just keeps working its way right in on you, and you cannot do much with it. Either miss it or break your bat.
So here's Gregorius. Cody Ross with his lead, and Bumgarner keeps checking on him. Remember, Cody Ross started out the season on the disabled list with a strained left calf. And, whether that prohibits him from trying to steal, we don't know, but he was a Giant, and we do know that he's capable of stealing a bat.
And this is a steal situation.
Swing and a miss, no balls and one strike.
Gregorius is swinging from McCovey Cove.
Yes, indeed. Oh, 0-1 with Ross at first. There's a bunt foul, and it's 0-2. Sandoval was giving it to him. Like a gladiator ready to go in.
He does. You look like a henchman ready to take off your head.
Oh, 2. High 1-2. Pitch number 88 for Bumgarner. Again, a soft toss to first. This is the 7th in a 0-0 ball game. Quiros is going to get to it. His throw is going to be late. It'll be a wild pitch, and now Ross in scoring position.
Ball kicks away from Quiros. Got on it quickly. But a nice job of identifying that ball down the dirt from Cody Ross. And I think that's a tip for a lot of kids. When you take your secondary lead on a base, anticipate that that ball is going to be in the dirt. Follow its path out of the hand of the pitcher. You see that thing going down there, give yourself a pretty good chance to get a good jump like Cody Ross just did. That was good base running. Two and 2.
Foul back. So he's hanging in there, the kid.
I tell you, he's a little scary on that outer half of the plate. I mean, a lot of the stuff that Bumgarner's throwing him is moving away to that outside corner, and Gregorius has got long arms. I mean, that middle away part of that plate that's his strength. He was right on that last pitch too.
Two and 2. 3-2 with Pennington to follow.
This place got a little bit quieter on that wild pitch when Ross got into scoring position. And now they're starting to come to life to inspire their hero lefty on the hill.
Three and two. 92, saved a little extra, and that'll end the inning. Bumgarner strikes out to side. Blanco, Crawford, Quiros. Nothing. Kennedy matching pitches with Madison Bumgarner. And for the Giants here in the home half of the seventh, 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. And that would be Blanco, Crawford, and Quiros. And a first pitch strike to Blanco, and it's 0-1.
A little activity down now in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Looks like Brad Ziegler, the right-hander, going to start throwing.
Blanco runs up and he takes high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
There's the submarine.
He didn't warm up that way, though. Here's the 1-1 delivery. 1-2.
Fastball challenge, middle in. It was last at bat. He swung through a couple of changeups, those split changeups he throws. So you got to believe that's in the back of his mind, and that makes you susceptible to the fastball.
It does. Fouls back, had a good rip. It stays at 1-2. One-two pitch. Hit on the ground towards the hole, into the hole, a base hit. A little seeing eye single for Gregor Blanco.
Well, nice two-strike at bat. Take a little swing out, get into protect mode, and find a hole. And just like that, the Giants have speed on the bases. Set up in the outside corner. This thing goes down the middle in. Drops the bat head on it, finds a hole, and the Giants have action.
So here's Crawford. Crawford singled in the 5th. Kennedy holds it a long time, and Crawford asks for time.
And he's not afraid to slow it down when you get on base.
Yeah.
Gamer Bay, you can always tell. Loves the yard. You can always tell.
Crawford dives back. Or make that Blanco dives back. He's got 2 steals on the year. He hasn't been caught. Popped him up. A long run for Gregorius. And he can't quite get it, although a heck of an effort.
Well, I'll say, he almost pulled off a miracle there. He makes that play. That's the best pop-up catch in the history of the game. And he's not afraid to take on a tarp either.
I've expected Steve Bono to wing a pass at this guy.
It's just a pure sideline go route. And he almost pulled it off.
He did almost pull it off. It's a strike to Crawford. A sneaky feeling that Blanco's thinking about it.
Well, I think Kirk Gibson agrees with you. That throw over to first base called by the skipper. He'll call throwovers, he'll call step-offs, he'll call holds. Likes to get involved with the running game.
Crawford hammers one into right center field. That's going to fall. And with the speed of Blanco, the Giants are going to be on the board. Here he comes. And it's 1-0 San Francisco. Crawford is second hit. And the Giants are on the board first. And it takes till the 7th inning to do it.
Well, we haven't seen Kennedy make many location mistakes since the second inning. And this was a mistake. Right out over the plate at the belt. And Brandon Belt, who has had a tremendous April, Brandon Crawford, rather, who's had a tremendous April, just made him pay for the mistake. And watch Blanco go. You saw early that Pollock is going to have no chance.
So Kennedy departs when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. We'll be back. Here in the 7th. And there's your new pitcher.
Brad Ziegler, the summer weenie. Sink, slider, occasional changeup. Lots of movement down around the knees. And he is going to throw a lot of ground balls when he's on.
Heroes a high chopper. The play will have to be at first, and Heroes gets the job done for Madison Bumgarner.
See the numbers for Ziegler. He's been a workhorse, 14th game that he has been in. And he's off to a great start. 1-0 with a 1.54 ERA. It's rare you see a guy who throws from submarine style to have that many strikeouts. Well, now Reynolds, the lefty, starts to get heated up.
So Bumgarner now can help himself with a runner at third and only one out. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
This is not going to be a comfortable at-bat for Bumgarner.
Well, I think you got to see a pitch or two, right? Well, Bumgarner's seen one. Swinging a foul, and it's now 0-2. Bumgarner's now going to see the kitchen sink. Well, that was parts of the kitchen sink, and it's 1-2.
That's that rising breaking ball. It didn't look like a full-on frisbee, but from down under, you get a pitch that rises. All up young Kim.
And Bumgarner chases that one.
That's just not fair.
So here's Pagan. Pagan has never hit yet, and his first one here would give the Giants an extra run. He's popped out twice, and he's bounced out to first. Bounces this one to second. And it'll be Pennington who'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. Giants, however, are on the board. It's the Crawford double to knock in Blanco as we head to the 8th. It's 1-0 Giants.
Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Here at AT&T Park, a 1-0 lead is Madison Bumgarner goes out to pitch the eighth, facing Cliff Pennington. And Pennington looks at a strike. Pennington is struck out. He's lined out to left. Off the plate to even the count.
Giants guarding the line at third base, and they also have Sandoval in on the grass in respect of a possible bunt. So they don't want any doubles, especially on the left side of the field.
In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. .95 pitches for Bumgarner. Center field, Pagan. He's going to put it away. 1 out. Well, watch Giants baseball in style all year long. Select suite and premium rental locations still available here at the ballpark. The Salesforce Champion Suite, which is adjacent to the press box. You got the Corona Beach Club, which is located along the first base foul line. So check it out, 415-972-2298. Watch it in the suite, have some fun. Is Bumgarner to face Hinske. There's a couple of different roles I have for Hinske on TV. How about he could fall right into Sons of Anarchy?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? He could be in the Three Stooges movie.
He is a tough-looking character.
And a good teammate everywhere he goes. He is loved in that clubhouse. Good guy.
Down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And Casilla, for whatever reason, gloved it while he was standing on the mound.
Well, this could be an argument, too, from Kirk Gibson, because this is not an automatic double. It's up to the interpretation of the umpires.
And I'm assuming that Casilla really wasn't watching. He was warming up, and then he saw the ball, and now the umpires are going to come together.
If they think that this could be possibly a triple, they'll give him that third base.
Well, I think if it's somebody else, you could give him third base.
Well, if it's Didi Gregorius, absolutely. But Hinske, who is not the fastest, is going to have to settle for a double. Angel Hernandez, the crew chief, pointing to second base, and that's it. Bochy coming out. He had a jog going, so I'm not 100% convinced he's going to make a change here with Casilla being loose in the pin. But hey, I'm just looking to see if the security guards are going to usher Casilla out for interfering with the play.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
She's giving him some stank eye.
Hinske's going to depart. It's going to be Parra who's going to pinch run. So it'll be A.J. Pollock, who's 0 for 3 to step up, and now the tying run is at second base. With 1 out. Garner will just keep an eye on Parra.
The first 2 games of the series, it was the Giants that came back late on the D-backs bullpen, and the D-backs trying to return the favor here.
Down low to Pollock.
Pollock has pulled Bumgarner twice. Once a ground ball to shortstop, the other a ground ball to third base. And I point that out because Sandoval, the third baseman, has to play inside the bag at third.
And that's a base hit, and this game is tied. Pagan overruns it, and it's Pence who keeps Pollock to a single, and it's a 1-1 ball game. And now Bruce Bochy will come out. So Casillo's going to come in. Inning, a pinch hit double from Hinsky, and then A.J. Pollock knocks in the pinch runner Parra. So here's Santiago Casillo.
12th time that he has come in for Bruce Bochy. 2-2 with a 2.45 ERA. And the one thing that we have really appreciated with watching Casillo develop is how he's been able to pitch for situation. I mean, he can pitch for a ground ball, and this is a ground ball situation. Bumgarner can only watch. He can no longer be a winning pitcher today. He's hoping his bullpen picks him up right here. But boy, I tell you what, another great outing for Bumgarner.
So here's Prado. Prado is 0 for 3. And that fastball is high, or kicked at like something at 85, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. But the Rockies, they score 2 runs off of Craig Kimbrell to tie that game up. They're now in extra innings in Colorado. Checking on Pollock.
Javier Lopez getting heated up.
Double play ball to Crawford. Crawford shovels it. Scudero's got to get out of the way, and he throws it into the dugout.
He got leveled by Pollock. That is a rough error, and this is hard baseball. That's clean as can be. And Belt had none chance getting this one.
Well, the tough break is it bounces or sails over the screen that protects the dugout.
Well, it does do one thing, though. It takes Goldschmidt completely out of the equation. And Bruce Bochy going to walk the hottest hitter on this Diamondback team.
So Goldschmidt will be sent on to first, and Cody Ross will be the hitter. But Casilla got the ground ball.
Well, that's what he was pitching for. And I don't think Brandon Crawford could have gotten the ball any quicker to Marco Scudero. It was not a sharply hit ground ball. But boy, you really got to credit Pollock for getting down that line or getting down that base path to put the heat on Scudero. That's what caused the errant throw.
Ross is 0 for 2. He walked in the 7th. Off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes.
Casilla has an open base. And he can make his pitch. The cutter at 87. Cody Ross expands his zone, and he will do that. And you see the left-handed hitting Montero on deck with Javier Lopez in the bullpen. If it gets to that and Montero hits, they will not pinch hit Montero, so you would see Javier Lopez. Another cutter.
A run in here in the 8th. Two and two.
Well, he went completely away from the target. Q Rose set that target in the inside corner. Rare you see a catcher go way wide on a backhand and get the strike.
Two and two. Belt. Side retired. Nice job, Casilla. The damage is a run. It's tied. Scudero to lead things off.
Guys take on the Padres. It'll be a 7 o'clock game. You'll see it on NBC Bay Area. Saturday will be a 5:30 p.m. game on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area with pregame live at 5 o'clock. So the Giants heading out for a 6-game road trip, 3 in San Diego, 3 in Arizona. Friday's game will be on NBC Bay Area. Note this is a change from the original TV schedule, so please make note on your schedule. But Saturday night we'll be back here on Comcast Sportsnet, and hope you will join us.
A 1-1 ball game as we head to the Giants half of the 8th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Heath Bell coming in now for Arizona. 2-0 on the year with a 5.14 ERA. 13 strikeouts in 7 innings. So his stuff is great. He's been getting hit. 12 hits in 7 innings. Kind of unusual numbers, but definitely the 13-to-1 strikeout walk ratio is pretty impressive. Low 90s fastball, big curveball, and a changeup. Go get him.
Scudero, Sandoval, Pence, Parra stays in the game. He's in left. First pitch strike. Scudero doubled in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Sandoval waiting on deck. Breaking ball and a quick 0-2.
Nice block by Montero. So a fastball, strike 1, and 2 breaking balls. And the strength of Marco Scudero is that he is not afraid of 2 strike counts.
One and 2. 2 and 2.
3 breaking balls in a row.
Scudero's only faced Heath Bell 1 time. He's 0 for 1. Full count.
0-2 to 3-2. Reynolds continues to get heated. He's good to go.
Scudero hits one to center field, but it's Pollock who moves back, and he will put it away. 1 out. Sandoval. Sandoval is flied out. He's bounced out and he's popped out. He got 4 for 9 history against Heath Bell with 4 walks.
And he's going to sit on a fastball challenge right here. Well, you think of Heath Bell, you think about all the years he was with the Padres, and he'd come in as their closer. Did a great job for San Diego, but he never, ever left the outside corner. It was away, away, away.
And they're going away again. And it's 2-0. That's Pence. Two balls and 1 strike.
And that was the one right there. Joe Romo heading down very quickly. Giants take a lead here. He will pitch the ninth.
2 balls and a strike to Sandoval. Sandoval got a pitch away from the target. It's now 2-2.
It's 2 times he has missed the target, which was set up on the outside corner. And 2 times he's had good fastballs to do something with middle in. What can happen if you're aiming for that outside corner, you reach back and try to add a little bit extra, you can pull it right across the other side of the plate, and that's what happened. He did get 94 on the pitch, but it was not where he wanted to go with it.
Sandoval again taps it and fouls it out of play.
Another location mistake from Bell. Cannot keep creating opportunities like that if you're Bell, for Sandoval.
Two and two. Breaking ball got him.
And Sandoval knew it. He saved the breaking ball for a little 2-strike surprise, and he wraps it around the outside corner, and that's a great curveball. Right on the outside corner, backdoor style. Well, a reminder to stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. You get highlights, reaction, and analysis, and it's all coming up right after the game.
Here's Pence. Pence is 0 for 3. Pence is 0 for 7 lifetime against Heath Bell. The 1-0 pitch, here it is to Pence, and Pence takes high. Bell to follow. And it's 3-1. Make it 3-0.
There will be a green light here for Hunter Pence.
Outside corner, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Right on the outside corner. He was not looking away, or he was just taking it.
Out of play, 3-2. All right, there's our winner.
Everybody's okay?
Not sure that one's okay.
That's all we care about. Don't mess with her bow.
Line drive, base hit. So Pence is aboard. It was last night. Bell lit this place up.
A hanging split, middle in, and that swing of the bat tied things up for the Giants. Send it to extra innings. Been doing his best hitting in the 8th and 9th innings this whole series.
0 for 2 today. 2 for 6 lifetime against Bell, and that's a bit wide. 1-0.
Diamondbacks move their outfielders back. Devils defense do not want a ball to get past them. Not with Hunter Prince's speed and the 2-out jump.
And Belt kind of breaks down on that high fastball. There's a lot of real estate from where Cody Ross is playing in right center to the line in right field. A lot. One and two. Now timeout is called as Bell freezes everybody.
By design, totally intentional. Do that as a pitcher, and you're going to try and throw a curveball in the dirt a lot of times, or climb that ladder with a fastball again. Got to have guts to take that one. Set that target completely off the plate. And he doesn't have to hardly move the glove, and a lot of umpires will bite.
That is a fact. Same spot. Full count. Now Pence will be on the move.
Well, that's a big thing.
That is a big thing.
Goldschmidt comes in and tells Bell, I'm behind him. So the lead will be big.
Three and two to Brandon Belt with Pence at first. Little pop-up breaks his bat. Montero coming over, and he'll make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Ninth inning coming up. It's 1-1. p.m. right here on Comcast Sports Denver area. David Feldman, Ahmed Fareed. Giants post-game reaction to this game. The Warriors, their plans for Game 3 and the latest on the NFL Draft news. And the draft will start tomorrow night. Here it's a 1-1 ball game, and Jose Mijares is the new pitcher. When it's time for a change, take Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Numbers for Mijares. Very good. It's a little of that ERA down, 6 strikeouts and 4 1/3.
Facing Montero, who takes a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Montero is flied out twice and he's struck out, all against Madison Bumgarner, who ends up with a no decision in this game.
He pitched beautiful baseball, as did Ian Kennedy. It was a classic horn lock between 2 aces.
This is fouled just shy of the upper deck. One and two.
Think about Montero. I mean, he's not swinging for singles. I don't think he ever swings for singles. And you don't see much of an adjustment in his 2-strike approach either. 1-1 ball game. He's trying to leave earth.
Blanco wrestling the sun a little bit, and he puts it away in fair territory.
It's actually a little easier for a left fielder now than it was about an inning and a half ago. It's more of a tougher play sun-wise for the center fielder now.
Josh Wilson will pinch hit. Pinch hitting for Heath Bell. Here's the pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. And a strike call from Mijares, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez and Reynolds. Down the right field line and out of play on the pop-up. It's 1 and 2. $41,756 here at the park today. All sellouts on this homestand. Had a pretty good swing on that 1-2 pitch.
You always can tell a lot about a guy. If he leaves an organization, it comes back to an organization. And Wilson's done it twice. Arizona had him in 2009. Then he went to San Diego, Seattle. And he came back to Arizona last year. Then he went to Milwaukee. And here he is again.
Tell you what, Mijares has really picked it up in the absence of Jeremy Afro.
No doubt. I mean, the Giants needed him to do that, and he did not have a very good spring. He battled with some arm issues, broke and went north with the club, and really didn't have much of a slider, but that's back, and now he's got feel for all of his pitches. Been throwing good ball.
Here's Gregorius. Low, 1 ball and no strikes. Pennington is on deck should Gregorius reach. This is the 9th. Hit in the air. Pagan now comes racing in, still racing in, and it's going to fall, and the throw to second is not in time.
We talked about the difficulty of the Sun Field and center right now. Pagan starts back, and then he realizes he's got no chance. And here, a little bit of a delay. Had he come up gunning, they may have had a chance for Gregorius as he attempted to get to second. I mean, that's 3 extra steps from a throw. If he comes up gunning, they get him, or at least they have a chance to.
So here's Pennington.
That's what he's looking up into.
Pennington takes low.
Javier Lopez now joins Sergio Romo.
Pennington's going to be walked intentionally. Parra will be the hitter. So here's Parra.
Parra lifetime against Javier Lopez 1 for 8. Against Mijares, he never faced him.
And the first pitch is lined and a base hit off of Crawford. Gregorius is going to score, and the D-backs take the lead.
Parra coming off his shoes. First pitch he saw from Mijares. And for a guy who doesn't have a great track record against lefties, he cashes in big. Challenge fastball right at the belt. Inside outs it. Right over Crawford's head, just over the glove. Crawford can touch leather with it, but nice at bat.
And you see Crawford.
And that's as high as he can go.
So Romo's coming in. And D-backs take the lead. It's 2-1. It's Sergio Romo now to face A.J. Pollock.
Take a look at the numbers for Romo. 12th game that he's come in. He's been lighting it up numbers wise. 1-1 with a 1.80 ERA. And he is going to be asked to get A.J. Pollock out. Pollock has faced him one time. He struck out against Romo. So he at least knows him. He's at least seen him.
Can't tell you the last time I actually saw a pitcher throw to third.
Well, I mean, you can no longer fake the third and go to first. That's been banned. So if you make a move to third, you better throw it over there.
Way outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Pollock knocked in the tying run in the 8th inning off of Bumgarner. It was the last hitter that Bumgarner faced. He ended up going 7 1/3. 2-0.
Good pitch.
And a strike to make it 2-1.
So he shaves it back even a little bit closer. Some of the best command I've ever seen a guy have with a slider. We talk about how he reminds us of Dennis Eckersley when Eckersley was with the A's. Similar release.
Sandoval at third. That'll end the inning. D-backs pick up a run. Blanco, Crawford, Carew coming up. Just a bit, and I'll also talk about the game with Murph and Mack tomorrow morning on KMBR 680. 2-1 lead for Arizona. And David Hernandez is on to try to close it out and get the last 3 outs.
There are his numbers. They're excellent. 12 base runners at 9 2/3, 13 strikeouts. He's got a very, very good fastball. It's a mid-90s fastball. And he's not afraid to throw it.
So here's Blanco. And Blanco will look at a strike.
You see mid-90s fastballs, big, hard curveball, and a changeup. And the similar stuff that Heath Bell features. A little more electric.
Nice play by Goldschmidt. 1 out. Playing towards the line.
In the 8th inning, Brandon Crawford did this, gets a challenge fastball, and goes right back up the middle for a double, and it knocked in Gregor Blanco. At that time, it gave the Giants a 1-0 lead. But he has had good swings all day. All year.
Crawford attacks this and fouls it down the left field line and out of play. Fastball at 95. It's 0-2.
Shooting that outside corner. Most improved two-strike hitter on the Giants team this year is in the batter's box right now. And that was trying to reach back with the gas. That was 96. Mr. Posey with a bat in his hand. He's not on deck. Nick Noonan is on deck.
Crawford down the right field line. It is out of here. Game tied.
Unbelievable.
Once again, they do something special late.
And in a two-strike count, Hernandez, 3 fastballs in the at-bat, had not thrown him anything but gas. Tries to drop a curveball down and in. And as I mentioned, the best two-strike hitter in this club jumped all over it, and we got a brand new ball game.
That's his 4th home run of the year. And here's Nick Noonan. And Hernandez high and wide, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Have a day, Brandon Crawford. Have a year, Brandon Crawford. In with a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The one lone breaking ball right out of the plate at the knees, and he knew it. As soon as it left his bat, he was into the trap.
Noonan with a foul back. He had a good rip.
And watch it on the splash cam as it carries right on out of here. You look this place up. Tell you, if you're a Giants fan, you don't want to leave your seat early, because these guys do not go away.
Outside to Noonan. The D-backs now with 7 blown saves. Noonan, by the way, 3 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year. Hits this one into left center field. It's starting to carry, and chasing it down is Pollock. 2 down.
Hey, Nick Noonan has done nothing that would lead you to believe he could do anything but stalled up here. Every at bat that he has had has been solid, and he almost gapped it. Really a nice play by Pollock. Denied the double.
Buster Posey, he's going to pinch hit. He did this off of Hernandez on Monday night. First pitch strike, and it's 0-1.
Hernandez going right at him with 95.
Posey sees 2 pitches, and just like that, he's behind in the count. Posey stays alive.
Digging that one out in the protect mode. 0-2. Ball probably was not in the strike zone, but with 2 strikes, you can't assume anything. You got to protect. Chad Godin heated up. There's a 10th. He'll pitch it. Good pitch, good take.
Pagan to follow. Posey off the end of the bat down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit. And Buster Posey's going to put on the brakes. Wasn't pretty, but he's at first.
Well, you're right. I mean, he didn't have a lot of lower body in this one. I mean, we always talk about getting both cheeks into it. This had no cheeks in it. Just kind of reach and poke. And that's a thing. Reach. Just throw the head out there and protect. Well, Charles Nagan going to come out and talk things over a bit here with Hernandez. Well, it's quiet down there in that Diamondbacks bullpen.
Take a look at a couple of swings, a couple of angles on the Crawford home run.
Well, one thing he has done all spring, stay relaxed. No more do you see that front arm bar swing and close off that inside corner. I mean, he's a threat. And as we pointed out, the biggest difference has been in his 2-strike approach.
So here's Pagan. Pagan's 0 for 4. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. High again. Pagan gets back in, count leverage. Three and 0. Well, if you want your guy maybe to hit one out, you let him swing 3 and 0. We'll never know. 3 balls and 1 strike.
That would have been tough to hit that one out. That was a pretty good pitch. 93. Movement running away at the knees, outside corner. Quality 3-0 pitch right there. But I think Hernandez was thinking the same thing. As they've already seen Pagan swing through a 3-0 pitch in the series.
Posey's going to go. And it's low, ball 4.
The best arm in the outfield for these Diamondbacks is in left field. That's Parra. We saw what Cody Ross did last night in throwing out Pablo Sandoval. There you see Parra. Pollock, an average arm. Last night, Cody Ross had cheated in about 8 steps, and he was really playing in an abbreviated right field position against Hunter Pence. They gambled, and it paid off. All the outfielders have accuracy in their arms in the Diamondbacks outfield.
So here's Scudero. Scudero takes a strike. Doubled in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 4.
Posey at second with average speed at best.
And now Hernandez will step off. You can freeze Marco Scudero. I don't think you can do that.
I don't think it's possible. Scudero is as relaxed as anybody I've seen in that batter's box.
Pollock shading Scudero to right center field. Ross off the line and right. So they're pinching right center field. A lot of room down the left field line. In the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm not sure Montero knows how he caught that one. Fastballs are the hardest things to predict. They stay down, you're in trouble. That one comes up and picks it clean. That was survival.
Go down to second, and Posey just got back in.
Tell you what, he got a little leaky off second base.
Well, in that situation, you are going to get a little leaky because you know that you need to get leaky to score.
And I tell you, if that had been on the shortstop side of second base, he's out. Just under the tag of Pennington. And it was close.
Very close. Two and one to Scudero. Scudero on the ground to second. And Pennington will make the play, and that'll end the inning. Crawford ties it up. He hits a solo home run. It's bye-bye baby. And now we'll head to the 10th. Extra innings last night, so we'll do it again here today. The new pitcher is Chad Godin. He will come in to pitch the 10th inning.
Done a nice job for Bruce Bochy. 12 1/3. He's given up 6 base runners, 12 strikeouts. And we've seen a fastball that goes low to mid 90s. That was 30 breaking ball and a changeup. But everything he has got life.
All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, Dwayne, Brandon Crawford's 9th inning home run, his 4th this season. He also tied his career high of 4. And, gentlemen, he has 10 extra base hits so far this season, and he leads his team. Nice day for Brandon Crawford.
Indeed. So Godin will face Martin Prado. Prado today is 0 for 4 as he takes this pitch down low. Nick Noonan stays in to play second. And Buster Posey is the new catcher. Prado with a swing and a miss. 2-2 ball game. High to right field. It'll be Pence. And I was going to say Nick Noonan needs to get the heck out of Dodge. 1 out.
Yeah, you don't want to run to Hunter Pence if he's got a head of steam.
Goldschmidt's 1 for 3. Was walked intentionally in the 8th inning. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Set up away. Goldschmidt is strong enough to hit one out to right field, right-handed. We don't see many of them here at this ballpark. Not from right-handers.
So Godin staying away from him. It's 3-0. Cody Ross is on deck.
And he will have the green light, no question. Take it all the way.
And the walk.
Well, you have to pay attention to Goldschmidt now because he will try and walk off that bag and get momentum to second. If he can do that, he will try and take off.
Buster Posey keeping an eye on his manager. Not going to get that. 1 ball and no strikes.
Just a little bit outside. And I know it's not low with Eric Cooper. I mean, he's got a history of calling low strikes. So just a bit wide. Cody Ross still looking for his first hit lifetime against Godin.
Things were quiet in this game until the Giants scored in the 7th. And then every half inning after that has been stressful.
It's been an unbelievable series between these two teams. And it promises to be this way all year.
Line drive, base hit down the right field line. Pence is going to have to get to it in a hurry. He will pick it up and barehanded, and they're going to hold Goldschmidt. And it's second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, that's excellent opposite field hitting from Cody Ross's perspective. He's set up in the outside corner, and it's right there. He stays inside it beautifully. It's almost like he was thinking about that side of the plate, that side of the field, the entire at bat.
So here's Montero, and he'll be walked intentionally. And Eric Chavez will be the pinch hitter. So Lopez now running down. How long will it take him?
Not long. He's already thrown. I'd say he could get heated up really within 5 or 6 pitches. So you call timeout right now, you finish the intentional walk, and in that time he'll be good to go. The Diamondbacks do have one right-hander left on the bench, and that is Will Nieves, the catcher. Had they have put him on with 4 straight pitches, I mean, they would have been able to bring in. I don't think they could have gotten Lopez ready, but he's ready now. So you finish the ball 4, and I'm sure Bochy will come right back out.
So there's the intentional walk.
Bochy waits to make sure that Chavez is announced. And here comes Javier Lopez.
All right. We move on. It's a 2-2 ball game. Lopez coming in. And Javier Lopez is the new pitcher.
There you see his numbers. He's getting that ERA down. 8th time that he's come in. And he's going to have to get a right-hander out because the move made by Bochy countered by Kurt Gibson. You mentioned the only right-hander left on the bench, Will Nieves, is going to come in and take his hacks against Javier Lopez. One thing about Javier Lopez against right-handers, he can get a ground ball. He can sink the ball. He'll throw from a little higher arm angle. But he does have excellent movement downwards when it's down around the knees, which is where he'll try and locate to get that double play.
And strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Such an important first pitch.
Posey setting up off the plate. That's where it is, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You see the defense shallow in the outfield, double play defense with the second baseman, shortstop, and on the corners on the infield with the third baseman, first baseman.
Well, once Pagan moves back, that should score Goldschmidt. The throw is going to go to third, and everybody moves up. And Nieves comes up with a sacrifice fly, and the Diamondbacks take the lead here in the 10th.
Nice at bat. That's what the situational call for Nieves' perspective. And he comes through.
And here's Gregorius. Gregorius has a couple of doubles in this game. The last one on a pop-up to center field. He taps this one foul, and it's 0-1. Ross is at third. He really had the big hit in this inning. Well, he's had the only hit. And his double down the right field line set everything up. Roll foul, 0-2.
Well, way ahead in the count, 0-2 here with an open base, so you can pretty much throw whatever you want. At least 3 pitches to have him try and chase. And Gregorius has told the Giants in this series that he will leave the strike zone and chase. Just missed inside, and I think a lot of it had to do with the way that Posey was setting up in the outside corner. Had he been sitting there, I think they would have had a strike 3.
Good take, 2-2. And Lopez to the plate, and he got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants one more time have some work to do. Bottom of the 10th coming up. Sandoval will lead things off. Now some of the exciting moments in this game. And maybe those moments aren't over yet. It's 3-2 Arizona. And there's your new pitcher. It's Matt Reynolds.
You know, J.J. Putz, the normal closer, not available today. So it's Matt Reynolds, big lefty they got from Colorado in the offseason. And he's had a great start with these Diamondbacks. 5 base runners, 10 1/3, 7 strikeouts. I think at 2 and 4 seam the fastball with a slider and a changeup.
Sandoval skies went out to Triple's alley for Cody Ross, who puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's Hunter Pence.
Really had time.
It is indeed. Pence is 1 for 3.
Giants are not going to lack for belief. They've proved it too many times on this homestand.
0-2.
A very quick 0-2 and a nice breaking ball from Reynolds.
In the dirt. Belt is on deck.
Choking up the bat. 2-strike protect. Good pitch, good take. I mean, that's the big leagues right there. That's a perfect 1-2 breaking ball from Reynolds. And Pence spit on it. And that was not easy.
And that foul is out of play. 41,756 here at the park today. The final game of this homestand. And Pence out swinging. 2 down for Belt. And a game-winning hit the other night on Monday.
Off left-hander Tony Sipp. This is the one that sent everybody home happy. This series has been incredibly played from the 7th, 8th, 9th inning and beyond between these two teams.
Up and into Belt. Does not have a hit today. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Joaquin Arias is on deck. And Belt comes up empty, and it's a ball and a strike.
It's a tough ballpark to play home run derby in.
Yeah, that's a fact. Belt out of play down the left field line. Just hanging around to see what might happen. Bell hits one into center field. It's in the park, or we think it is. Pollock now going back, and it's up against the wall. And Belt's on second. Figure that one out.
Well, Pollock went to an area where he got a little fooled because you got a little drift with the wind from center. And that's the normal wind you see going out to center field. And watch his route. Now he's going to try and make up for it. And the ball just drifts right over his head into the alley there, and an easy two-bagger. So a nice two-strike at bat with 2 outs here, and just like that, the Giants have a runner in score position. It's going to be Joaquin Arias trying to tie this game up.
So here's Arias. He's 2 for 3 lifetime against Matt Reynolds. He ain't gonna miss. 0-1.
Going off speed, first pitch.
Oh, 2.
So back-to-back off speed. And again, Reynolds on top, 0-2.
On the ground, towards the hole. Gregarious, throw, got him. And that's the ball game. So an extra inning loss for the Giants. That's 2 of them in this series. And now the Diamondbacks are perfect in extra innings. And they win this one, Mike, by a final of 3-2 in a good ball game and a lot of action late.
Well, incredible baseball late. I mean, both teams really showed up and played good ball through the series. And it's just an indicator as to how it's going to be in this division between these 2 teams all year long. Tough loss.
So your final here at AT&T Park, it's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Giants 2. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update.